Hey everyone, I've got an unlikely sewing tool for you today, and that is these Dollar Tree cutting mats. These cutting mats are available also on Amazon if you don't have a Dollar Tree near you or if your one doesn't have them in stock. But basically they are a cutting mat. It is 11 by 14 inches and I use them to trace my pattern pieces. So for example, if I wanted to trace this lining piece for the Betty pouch, I lay my plastic over the top and then I would grab a Sharpie. It's got a curved corner, so if you have a straight edge on your pattern, you just want to make sure you place it correctly. I like to use a ruler and just trace around the edge of the pattern to get it nice and straight. And then when you're done, you can just cut this out just with a regular pair of scissors, not your fabric scissors. I have a pair of shears from IKEA that I use only for cutting out my plastic, and they work really well. It's this giant pair. Then you're just going to cut it out on that line. Make sure that you label your pattern piece. So you would write Betty zipper pouch lining. Sometimes I even write the instructions on the template piece as well so that I know what I'm doing when I get back to the pattern. And if you happen to mess it up and you need to get your marker off, just grab a whiteboard marker and you just can draw over that line in your whiteboard marker, grab a tissue, and then that'll just get that permanent marker off. You might need to do it a couple of times to get it off, but that will get off that marker so that you can start over again. I'm not actually going to cut this one out because I don't need another template for the Betty pouch, but I will show you on this other one what the cutting looks like. So just cutting it just with a pair of scissors, and it just cuts really easily. And I'll show you what it looks like in practice. So this is my template for the LOI pouch. Now, the 11 by 14 sheets are just not quite big enough for LOI. So here it's just nicked off the very corner, but I just know that it's done that. And then when I cut mine, I just keep going straight to make that the 90-degree angle there. So you're gonna take your template, put it on your material. This is another unlikely sewing tool. Washes as pattern weights. And then you're just going to cut around your pattern piece. And then you just follow the edge, being careful that it doesn't shift. You can put some of the tape that we used in the slippery ruler video, some of the medical tape on the back of your template too, to stop it from sliding. I just cut it out. I tend to not cut right into the corners here, the inside corners. I will snip into those with my scissors when I have cut out the bulk of it, just so that I don't nick into the main part of the pattern, the same way as you would do if you were using a paper pattern piece. But the beauty of these clear templates is that they are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again, and they will last really, really well. And with the clear ones, you can see through them. Oops, I missed a bit there. You just line it back up. If you do what I did, cut that last bit. And then the other great thing about the plastic templates is that they are transparent. So if you have a print and you want to get good pattern placement, so say for this one, for example, I want to do an offset stripe like this, which I do want to do, then I can lay my pattern piece, I can see that it's all lined up, and then I can cut it out and know that I'm going to be very happy with what that placement looks like when I am done with my LOI pouch. or whatever bag it is that you're making. So they're super handy. Now, sometimes you have bigger pattern pieces and you can tape these together. I just use a bit of packing tape and just tape 2 pieces together, and they hold up pretty well. And then they're foldable, which is nice. And the other thing, if you don't have access to those ones or want something a little sturdier that I have discovered, is this PET plastic. I bought this to replace some frame, photo frame gloss that had broken, and I didn't want to pay all the money to get gloss ones. So I got this PET plastic, and it works really, really well. I've used that for templates as well. It is thicker than the template plastic. Let me see if I can get a side by side for you. It's quite a bit thicker, and that means it's harder to cut, but it is really durable, and you can draw on it and cut it out the same way. It's just a bit, you need a little bit more oomph when you're cutting that one out, but that's another option, and those are bigger. They come in a lot more different sizes. So that is my unlikely sewing tool for today. The plastic sheets from the dollar store to cut out your pattern templates, and they make your cutting faster, easier, and I really love that they are see-through so that you can get really good pattern placement on your bags. Hope that helps. Thanks, everyone.